Hello everyone, this is Ciel, and today I am going to be playing CryptoKitties as soon as I can find a spot to put down my phone. There we go. Great. Okay, so this is my first time in a long time doing a video about a game, but this is CryptoKitties, and if you didn't know, I was lucky enough to be one of the kind of like waitlist people on the game. I actually found it before it came out, and I was super excited because I love crypto games, and so this was obviously super exciting, and I went out and probably should have had Ethereum before, did not have it then, to get them. So this cat, Yuvy, this is, I believe, the first cat I ever bought. I'm sure there's a blockchain way to figure that out, which I will probably get into later, at a later date, not today. But the reason I think I bought this one first is because it was blue, and I love blue, and blue cats seem cool. And when I got this cat, there was none of these like little cat attributes were not on the UX, not on the user experience on the app. So I was sort of like, we knew like in the early days that obviously like you could relate the traits to certain things. Like you would see the picture of the cat and you could say, okay, well, these ones always have this color here, and if you looked up the color, it would show you all the cats that had that trait. So you could sort of guess what they were, but we didn't know what they were called. We didn't have the like nice little order that we have going on here. And so I also, when I started this game, was really used to games like Pony Island, not the amazingly awesome downloadable one that is actually the devil trying to steal your soul in a game. The other one, still just as demonic, ponyisland.net, which was like a My Little Ponies style breeding game where you would just breed ponies together to get different colors and sometimes get a special pony. Pegasus pony or Griffin pony or like whatever. So it was cool. I liked it. But obviously in the beginning, I, like many other players, didn't really, like a lot of players knew, but a lot of us didn't really know how extensive the genes were. So when I bought Yuvy, I have obviously bred this cat a couple times. I don't know if I have any of this kitten still. I had no idea about the genes at all. And so, let's go take a look. Actually, that's gonna be weird with me humming with music over this, so. Okay, so let's head over to KittyHat, which is an awesome tool that I am so excited by, and we can see. So, Yuvy, when I look at Yuvy, you know, you can see that Ragamuffin, I still don't have the eye to determine Ragamuffin from some similar fur types, but good to know, Aquamarine, so if you don't know, these stars denote cat attribute purity. So basically every time you breed a kitty, you have these two cats, you have their two sets of genetics, and the kitty has an option to take from either side, either the sire or the matron. And it also, the kitty, if I understand this correctly, the kitten also has the ability to have one of these kind of hidden traits show up. So these primary traits, the first one that you see next to the P, are the visible ones. That's sort of like what the cat inherited as part of its visual signature. But this cat is also carrying hidden genes that could come out in later generations. Anyways, so this cat, because it has aquamarine in the two most likely spots, primary and hidden one, gets a 3-star. Like a baby of this cat could definitely still have shadow gray or orange soda. It would just be less of a percentage of chance. This cat also is pretty strong on Lucky Stripe, and very strong. And you can see here the different weight that you give to the different gene slots. So just because this one has 3 lemonades doesn't mean that there is more of a chance that kittens from this cat will have lemonade versus Lucky Strike, which is only in the first 2, you can see, right? Because Hidden 1 has more of a weight to it than Hidden 2 and Hidden 3. These are smaller percentages of chance that these are going to skip into primary versus H1. Got Granite Gray, which is the accent color, I believe, because this is the lemonade here is the highlight color. And Crazy Eyes, Topaz. The eye color, if you didn't know, relates not only to the eye color but also the background color of the kitty. They're always the same. I was really stoked when I figured that out. Because like I said, it was before we had all the attributes on the UX. And so serious. I also really love how KittyCalc did this, because like you can obviously see what we're referring to when we talk about these different genes. So Granite Gray, accent color in this kitty is the belly. We also have things that are still undiscovered. So Wild is pretty interesting. We do have a couple of things that we know about Wild. Like we've seen kitties with like 3 eyes, elk antlers, demon horns, demon wings, which are super cool. This mystery is now, we know this is environment, so there are 2 environments that have been released, which is the tiny blocks and the salty environment. We still don't know what secret and unknown are, so interestingly enough, this kitty is strong and unknown 11. Perhaps one day you will reveal your secrets to me. Okay, knowing that is pretty cool, because it is, if you're interested in breeding, you should know this stuff about your cats. You could have like 5 different aquamarine cats, 5 different blue cats, and they could be like 5 different blue cats with lemonade highlight, and you could still have a whole host of different genes beneath the surface. And so the way that I wanted to do these videos was actually, I like breeding, it's super fun. I've had some really delightful surprises, and you know, we'll get introduced to them. But I'm sort of curious about the amount of genetic material that's here. Like, I sort of feel like CryptoKitty is a game that if you really wanted to, you could maybe not collect it the way and play it the way that it was originally intended, but I think there are really interesting ways that people have found to play the game. I'm super excited by player collections. I think that's really neat, and I think that all of this is really important for that. So I really want to get into player collections. I really want to have my own player collection called CryptoKitty's Cafe, and I think it's going to be kind of dessert and coffee themed. We'll see how it goes. Sweet thing themed. But I'm going to start with the cats that I have and see if I can establish kind of a narrative without buying a bunch of cats yet. I mean, obviously I'm down to buy a bunch of cats, considering I have like 100, which is a fraction of what some other players have, for sure. But I really feel like it's more than enough to like figure out my own entertainment with these cats. So here we have Yuvy, first of the kitties. We know that Yuvy has aquamarine, lemonade, and we know that we're going for kind of a dessert themed kitty. So with some of the player collections I have found, it is very cool how people will like kind of troll the internet for images that will sort of get people into where you're going with themes. So we saw this especially with like the superhero kitties, and I think there were 2 players that really got this going, and then the CryptoKitties team got on it and made a contest on Twitter where basically you would show them pictures of kitties that were like themed after superheroes. So we had like Storm Kitty and Wolverine Kitty, and I think it was a Batman kitty that started this whole thing off. And if you don't know, I've also been working on the CryptoKitties wiki. Oh wow, I just realized you can see all of my shortcuts up here. So this is what I care about. I care about Black Panther, Discord, hardware wallets, fear, achievement, and mastery. Oh, astrology, yeah. Farming, searching for crypto, delivering food, slothicorn, smart cash, and art submissions. So, oh, and Coursera, in case you want to take any online courses. Anyways, whatever, I'm getting off topic. OG Batman. So yeah, so I've been working on the CryptoKitties wiki, which I have up over here, and along in my videos, along with kind of developing my player collection, I'm also going to post articles to this because I feel like we need one, and there's been so many interesting stories that have gone on. And when we think about a sort of hybrid game that's partly on the blockchain, partly not, I'm always curious about the possibility to really make the game our own, and I think Axiom Zen did something really amazing, and I think part of what they intended was for us to just sort of like run with things as much as possible. And I think sometimes we're going to disagree with each other in how we want to play, and so having kind of like player resources is super fun because we can create content for something that we think is pretty cool and have space to play it however we want to play it. I've been really impressed watching the other live streams that have gone on YouTube and Twitch, and I have learned a ton from other players. So hopefully this wiki will be a place that we can write down stories or player collections, and I feel like the CryptoKitties team is going to do their best to bring us the tools that we want that also works with their vision, and we can also create our own. So that being said, let's head back to Yuvy. So I think also something else that we should do with Yuvy is I feel like we should go shopping. So I love KittyHats, which is this like this sort of browser extension. Also, yo, don't take my advice on anything to install on your computer. You should know that you should never trust like third-party stuff, so keep yourself safe. If you're playing around with crypto at all, you should learn a little bit about security, you know. But yeah, so CryptoKitties is KittyHats rather, is basically you can buy stickers for your cats. It tells the smart contract that your cat owns the sticker, so if you sell the cat keeps the sticker. So it's not a token in your account, like your kitties or whatever your crypto collectibles are. Sticker is a really great way of putting it, because once you take it off, it's gone for good. So let's go shopping for Yuvy, because I feel like Yuvy as first of the account deserves something kind of rockstar. Those shades are pretty rockstar. This is art. This is amazing. CryptoKitties did a partnership with Data, which you should look into, which is basically like art-based. You can trade art pieces on the Ethereum blockchain, but also, pardon me, have art conversations where if your friend draws something, you can respond to it by drawing onto it. There's Valentine's Day ones. I'm looking for something specific because look at this top hat. You look pretty jaunty, Yuvy. What about this beret? First of the first. So I love kitty hats. I think it's really amazing. This ladybug headband was one that I asked for, and I've actually bought one of these, and I actually put it on the wrong cat. It was originally intended for another cat, but maybe one day I'll go buy another, and they can all have ladybug headbands. Oh, look at this pretty flower. This red flower is pretty nice, Yuvy. This dead bird. This dead bird's also nice. Shows everyone you're a hunter. Ah, but are you a hunter, Yuvy? I love this diamond bracelet. I think that's pretty slick. Okay. think I'm sort of torn. I really like this diamond bracelet, but I also really like this beret. I think we're gonna go with this beret. I think that like Yuvy's pretty chill considering I didn't even know if this was my first cat and they don't seem to mind. They're still smiling. So we're gonna go to MetaMask. We're gonna check out what gas is right now. One of the amazing things about CryptoKitties is actually got me interested in smart contracts, which, you know, I was interested before, definitely, but it gave me a use case for learning how to actually interact with the smart contract. So we're looking at 8 to 10. 8 to 10. Let me go 8. Okay, so we know this is the beret. That this is the kitty hat that we want to put on this cat, so we're going to give it some time. It's not going to show up necessarily right away. The transaction has to confirm and then the browser catch up and all that great stuff, but we know it's on its way. I used to like put these notes here. I should change that to no, not to breed that cat anymore. That was before I really understood anything about breeding other than, oh, it has a different cooldown when I breed it a lot. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay, so... Oh, you like reciting poetry. I should have checked your bio. That beret seems really appropriate now. Okay, so I know that I want to make a collection of CryptoKitties based around a cafe themed, a cute cafe that serves sweets and coffee and all kinds of drinks. Because I feel like I can make that work with the cats I already have based on the colors I was drawn to when I started collecting. So I'm also going to create like kitty cards, as I have seen done for these cats. You just kind of like splice an image of the cat with the theme so people can see the relationship. So I am hereby going to dub Yuvy the blue raspberry lemonade kitty. This is the drink that Yuvy represents in our CryptoKitty cafe. And I know it sounds really weird, but you know, whatever. I'm trading digital cats, so what are you gonna do? So I'm trying to remember why I named this cat Yuvy. I think that I heard it somewhere one time long ago, and it's been in my regular rotation of usernames since. I don't know where I heard it. Potentially like a Space Odyssey kind of TV series thing on Space Channel. When I was a kid, I really liked Space Channel. So let's go take a look. So we've decided on blue lemonade. Blue raspberry lemonade. We're just gonna do blue lemonade. Yes. Right? Like this is what we want. Blue lemonade. I don't want to share that on my social media. Great, so this is what I'm thinking. Yes. Oh. I should have gotten that little red flower then. You know, it's fine. Whatever. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna save this image from the internet. CK. I'm gonna save this image from the internet. But I'm not gonna use this image for the title card. I think what we're gonna do is we are going to create a pixel info card for Yuvy. I really like the sort of splicing that's been done with other CryptoKitties, where it's like, oh, kitty image and then action image from the internet, whatever the theme is. But I think in my case, I'm gonna make a little CryptoKitties Cafe trading card. So on that note, I think we're gonna leave it here. We're gonna keep it simple, we're gonna keep it short, and I think what we can look forward to next time is I will show you the trading card image for Yuvy, and we will get to meet our next cat, which is Malik, which is the first Gen 0 that I bought. And also the cat that like pretty much paid our grocery bills for like a month. Sweet, looking forward to it. Alright, thanks for joining me everyone, and I'll see you next time.